Hello, this is Imran Shabishi. To the right of me, or the left, whichever way. I don't know how it works. My left, but y'all right. Is Imran Mukhtar, and down below us is Mohammed Hingora. An NFL landscape, the SBC show for the NFL continues. And we got the NFC Championship coming up. The San Francisco 49ers roll into town against the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game that could potentially be one for the ages. Hingora, I'm going to let you go first because you're the neutral one, you know. I like the 49ers. Imran hates the 49ers. So
Okay, bro.
Hingora,
Okay. Oh, I hate the Niners. I hate the Eagles too, man.
Hingora, go.
We're going over the AFC first, right?
Yeah. No, 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 no. The 49ers.
And the Niners Eagles
Niners?
game.
Man, you gonna make me do that first? I just feel like it's gonna be a very good matchup because both teams are extremely talented, and one has obviously the superior quarterback who was in the MVP candidacy run, and Philadelphia, they're playing at home field, and overall the Eagles have looked like the better team this season. And I feel like they have swagger on defense that
I don't agree with that.
okay, they're like the
I mean,
same as the Cowboys defense, I
the
feel
record
like.
says that, but
Yeah, but I
Yeah, by
feel like
one
the
game and
Eagles
by one game, and we started off the season 3-4.
but the Eagles offense is much better than the Dallas Cowboys offense, which I mean, if the defense can do what the Dallas did, then I think the Eagles be able to pressure Brock Purdy.
It sounds like you're doubting.
No, no.
All right, Imran, go.
um, yeah, as you said, it's a tough matchup. I mean, on one side you got the Eagles, who've been great all season, except like at the end when Jalen Hurts got hurt. But like they've been both teams can run the ball like really well, and like both teams are really like offensive mind wise, like Kyle Shanahan with the Niners and the Eagles with the way they use Jalen Hurts and the RPOs and the read options, everything they have. Um, and defensively, both teams are really talented and they can get to the quarterback. They can dominate an offensive line. So it's go either way. It's a tough matchup.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup. No, tough matchup, I guess. Two very talented teams, you can say. Two teams that deserve to be in the NFC Championship. Um, the 49ers doing it in a different way, starting off 3-4 and then going on a roll to reach here. The Eagles starting off strong from the beginning, having a little bit of a slump when Jalen Hurts got injured, but being able to maintain and secure that number one seed with the 49ers breathing down on their necks at the end. Um, I would say when it comes to position by position, it's really a very, very talented game we're gonna have some dogs at receiver. We're gonna have two very, very good defenses. One more secondary oriented with the Eagles with their cornerback tandem, and one more front seven oriented with the 49ers front seven, which I mean the Eagles front seven is not a joke. I was looking at the thing. 70 sacks is crazy. I did not even know that. All five of them, or all the starting defensive linemen, all have double digit stats. It's insane the type of production that they've gotten from those pass rushers. But they're going up against the 49ers now. They're going up against a team when if I had to do position group by position group, I'd say the 49ers probably clean through the entire roster besides two areas. Secondary, or not secondary, cornerbacks and quarterback. Cornerback and quarterback. Other than that, when you look at wide receivers, when you look at running backs, when you look at linebackers, when you look at the front four pass rush, even though the Eagles do have 70 sacks, I would take our pass rush over them. I'll take our linebackers. I'll take our running back. I'll take our receivers. And I'd say offensive
O
line is pretty.
line.
I'd say offensive line is pretty split 50-50. I'd probably go with theirs just because they don't have that weakness that we have with McGlinchey and Spencer Beerford on that right hand side. But apart from that, I think we have the weapons, we have the talent to keep it up, and we have the experience in this type of game. Besides with Brock Purdy, obviously, we have the experience. Kyle Shanahan in these moments, 1-1, the NFC Championship, has been to the Super Bowl before. This is Nick Sirianni's first run. And I'd say the 49ers, they should fancy their chances. They have a very good rushing attack. Hopefully, they don't try to do what they did against the Cowboys and just go direct. Eventually, that's what they did in the second half, and that's when they started. The 49ers actually started getting to move the ball when they went direct, when they went physical, and going up against the Eagles team that's 20 something in the league against the rush, 25th or something. So, that's something that the 49ers could take advantage of. But yeah, but this is Brock Purdy's first World playoff game. So it's going to be very, very interesting. No matter what happens, it's going to be like a game where we're like, oh, that's why they won. If the Eagles win, it's probably because Brock Purdy falls apart. And it's something that, we could have saw coming. If the 49ers win, we could have saw it coming because look at them. They've won 11 straight games. They're in such good. They're not losing right now. Look at the talent that they got. It's amazing. If you take away Debo, you take away Ayuk, you take away CMC, guess what? Now you got to worry about Kittle. Like this 49ers team is loaded. If Brock Purdy doesn't turn the ball over, I think 49ers have a very, very good shot at pulling off upset. An upset, according to the NFL.
I think that the Hurts is going to face a very big challenge against this team, and I don't think he's faced as complete as a team as this Niners team like in his entire NFL career probably. That's just my opinion, and I feel like this is going to be a big test for him and this whole team, in my opinion, because this team has a lot of swagger, the Eagles, but so do the Niners. So I think it's gonna be a really fun game to watch. If it were for me, I'd hope it would end in a tie. But
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look,
Yeah.
Hurts why though? We're not y'all division rivals. Philadelphia is. How I don't understand
You beat us 2 straight times. I can't stand y'all
because
anymore.
y'all get to 6 Super Bowls
y'all
before
not good
us.
enough. No.
Y'all get to
Look.
6 Super Bowls before us.
Okay, that's a good point. Speaking of no, Hurts though, what does scare me about the Eagles offense is if we're not able to stop Hurts getting on the edge, if we're not able to stay strong in the run game, and we gotta sacrifice some of our players and have to leave guys a one-on-one, AJ Brown one-on-one against Diamador Lenore and Charvarius Ward, or Devontae Smith one-on-one against those guys, it will hurt me. I mean, it does scare me, but like it's the NFC Championship game, you're not gonna get an easy test no matter what, and them hurting us in that way, the Eagles are on the other side thinking, oh my God, now how are we going to stop this run game? And then if we don't stop this run game, how are we going to stop Debo Samuel, CMC coming out of the backfield, all that? Like it's the NFC Championship game, they have to be strong and sturdy. And I would say another thing is Eagles this season has took advantage of being able to pounce on teams early, smell blood, get away with it, and trying to smooth control their way through the second half. That's what they did against the Giants to this playoff game.
Yeah.
What's going to happen if the Eagles can come up and what's going to happen to the Eagles if they're not able to maintain control right away and they're not able to dominate from the start? How are they going to be able to settle into the game if the game is close entering the fourth quarter? Now Jalen Hurts is really getting tested. You can't go in smooth control. How does Nick Sirianni handle that? That's another question that they'll have going up against this vaunted 49ers team.
Yeah, and also, I mean, they haven't played a defense as good as the Niners, if we're being honest. And like, even though they have like what's called like a lot of ways they can attack the defense, still the Niners defense is no joke. I mean, Fred Warner last week was insane, and they have that D line. They have like the secondary is pretty good with Jimmy Ward and everyone. And on the Niners offensive side, it's this is probably Brock Purdy's biggest test yet. Going into Lincoln Field, his first away playoff game, and it's in Philadelphia, which is another level. And Kyle Shanahan has done a pretty good job of not having to like rely on Brock Purdy, even though Brock Purdy, he's done good, and he's made sure like to not turn the ball over, not put in harm's way, and yeah. So
yeah, another thing to look at is San Francisco. They basically play zone coverage 90% of the time, and Jalen Hurts, his passer rating is 104.4 against zone coverage.
Well, he never played against the 49ers, so
that's true. Yeah, I mean,
easy answer.
They could change it
AJ
out,
Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas go there, Miles Sanders. Like, I don't know, man. Dallas go
the
there.
thing
I
is,
feel like it's
D'Amico
gonna be a
Ryans,
key weapon.
I don't think D'Amico Ryans, he's a potential head coach for a reason. if he does take apart it, he's gonna make adjustments. You saw what happened last playoffs when we played against the Packers. The Packers went boom, boom, boom. They were driving down the field. Their first 2 drives, they were moving the ball well. Apart from that, D'Amico Ryans made his adjustments, and Packers couldn't move the ball at all. In fact, they finished off the game with 10 points. So I don't think yeah, he's a 104 against the zone, but he's playing against this 49ers defense that are able to adapt, that are able to play. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to go first. Obviously, I have the 49ers winning. I think the 49ers were very, very unlucky not to make the Super Bowl last time. I thought they were a better team than the Rams, and I think we should have won the Super Bowl last year. And I think this year is another golden opportunity for us. This time we got to do it in Philadelphia, which is way harder to do it at Levi South in LA. It's not going to be Levi South. This Philadelphia Eagles team is going to, the Philadelphia Eagle fan base will pack it and will make it tough for Brock Purdy. But I think through our run game and our defense being solid and taking advantage of Jalen Hurst's potential weaknesses, keeping this game close throughout the fourth quarters and making him win the game, not letting him allow to make this game in cruise control like they have earlier this season. I really think this 49ers team will win this game, and I think they should win this game because I think we are the better team. I just think the only reason why we have to go to Philly is because we started off 3-4. So yeah, I have 49ers winning. Him going on next.
For me, I want to take a very objective view on this, and I have to go with the Niners because because listen, the Niners team is just way too good. Like I saw it myself. I mean, even with how bad the Niners were playing last game, even with how bad they were playing, they still managed to win pretty convincingly, in my opinion. Like that wasn't as close of a game as we really thought. I don't know.
I know. I rewatched that game, that Cowboys game, and it seemed like, okay, once the 49ers were like, okay, we need to win this game, it was it. They had that one drive, and then everything was cruise control. It was all conservative. It was all, okay, we know. They thought, oh, look, we'll let
They overestimated the Cowboys. I feel like
they did.
They thought the Cowboys were a lot better than they were. They probably saw Dak throw those picks. You're like, wait a second, they're not really that good. Let's just run it and kill the clock. There's something else to do.
Okay, so
yeah, I got the Niners. It'll be a really close game.
And look, let's see.
I'm picking the Eagles. Look, Brock Purdy has done this so far. I can't say anything bad about that. But how is he gonna react in Philadelphia against that defense? Who can get to him?
And then when the 49ers reach the Super Bowl, you're going to be like, oh, how can Brock Purdy handle it in the Super Bowl pressure and this or that? Let's face it, he's never...
No, it could go either way. It could either be Brock Purdy shuts everyone up and he has this amazing run and goes to the Super Bowl, or it could be like, I don't know, the luck finally runs out and the Niners are out. And it could go either way.
It's not luck that he reached the NFC Championship. You can't.
When I say luck, I mean like
pure luck.
Well, like the 7th round pick goes to the NFC Championship. I don't know. I just can't bet against the Eagles. They're too good. I mean, so are the Niners.
They're gonna win. It's gonna be because of the team, not because of Brock Purdy, in my opinion. And neutralizing.
True, but I feel like
gonna be key.
Eagles might be able to force some mistakes finally. He hasn't made any mistakes really, and this might be the time. Who knows? But I really think.
I mean, yeah. It could be.
I mean, this is the hardest matchup this playoff. So
yeah.